Okay, so now what do we do next? Well, we want x all alone, okay? X has to be all alone on one side. Okay, so what I'm going to do first is I'm going to add 1 to both sides. I'm going to get, because I want to get x all alone, right? So we do that. Okay, now the 1's are gone, as you can see. We have 2 times x greater than 4x plus 9. Okay, and again, we want x all alone. So now I'm going to subtract 4x from both sides. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to subtract 4 times x from both sides. This thing would let me. Let me do it like, see if I can draw it like this. For some reason, my iPad is acting funny. So let me see if I can do this. Come on. Don't do this. Not now. Darn it. Oh, come on. 1 second. Let me see if I can get this to work. Getting this to work. Come on. I'm trying to get my iPad to load up. All right, here we go. Here we go. Oh, wait. Yeah, here we go. Okay. Hopefully this will work now. Good. Had to restart my iPad, so. All right, here we go. So now we're going to subtract 4 times x. Let's do that. From both sides, these cancel. We're going to get negative 2 times x is greater than 9. So that's what we have here, okay? Now, then we want to, what are we going to do next? We're going to have to divide by negative 2, right? But again, you have to be careful because when you divide by negative 2, right, what's going to happen? Well, we have to turn the inequality around. Okay, when you divide by negative 2, you turn the inequality around, facing the other way. Okay, and again, that's because we divide by a negative number. So that's going to be negative 9 over 2. Okay. Right, and again, we turn the inequality around. All right. So now, what do we do next? Okay, well, let's see. Okay, so now we are actually done, right? We have x all alone. What's our interval? Well, we're going to have minus infinity, right, on the left, comma, minus 9 over 2. And that's our solution set now, okay? That is our solution set. Now for fun, let's graph it. All right. Negative 9 over 2, that's between negative 4 and negative 5, right? So I'm just labeling some numbers. So we have negative 9 over 2, okay? I'm going to put an open circle above it, right? Because we're not including that. We have strict inequality. And the arrow is going to point to the left, like so. Okay? So that is what we get there. Good. All right. Did I make a mistake? Nope, strict inequality. Okay. For some reason I thought I made a mistake, but I didn't. Okay. Any questions on this? Okay, well, let's do another one. Let's do that was number 3. Let's do number 4. Okay. I hope this is making sense for everyone. Okay, beautiful, good. So now we're going to do this one. Now notice here, you're going to have we have a compound inequality, right? We have a compound inequality. Namely, we have 2 inequalities we want to solve at once. Okay, it's not so bad because we're essentially going to solve them both at the same time. So let's do that. So from negative, so we have, let me write it out, negative 3x plus 9 less than 8 greater than negative 8. So that's what we have here. All right, now, again, here we want to get x all alone in the middle here. We want to get x all alone in the middle, okay? So how do we do that? Well, let's subtract 9 from each side. Subtracting 9 from each side, right? The 9s, these cancel. Negative 3 times x we get. That's less than negative 17. No, not negative 17, excuse me. Negative 1. On the left side, we get negative 17. So got it backwards. Now, we're almost there, right? We don't want negative 3x in the middle. We want x. So we want the negative 3 out of there. How do we do that? Well, since it's multiplied by x, we get it out of there by dividing. That's what we do. And notice here, we're dividing by a negative, right? What's going to happen? Well, we're going to get x in the middle. We have 1 over 3 here. Negative over negative is positive. 17 over 3. But the inequality symbols have to turn around, right? This is going to become greater than. And the other one also becomes greater than as well. So what we get is x is greater than 1/3 and less than 17 over 3. So as an interval, we have 1 over 3. The smaller number is always on the left of the interval, smaller to bigger. 1 over 1/3, comma, 17 over 3. That's our interval now. Okay, now, let me just move that down, then I'll draw it. Again, you only have to graph the solution set, sketch it, that is, if I ask you to do that. So we have here 0. 1/3 we know is between 1 and 2. Excuse me, what am I saying? Between 0 and 1. 17 over 3, that's between 6 and, no, excuse me, 5 and 6. Okay. So this, let me make that here. Let me fix that up, make it a little bit nicer for everyone. Like so. Okay, hopefully, here, let me zoom that in so you can see it. There we go, that's a little bit better. We have open circles, as you can see. And then I just drew the dashed line there, as you can see, just to make it easier to see that this open circle is over 1/3, this one's over 17 over 3. And then we draw a line connecting them. So that is our interval. Okay. Now, any questions on that? What questions do you have about that? That's better for me to ask. Okay, we have 2 more here. We have 5 and we have 6. All right, so let me get to those now. Here we go. Okay. Let me just zoom in. Good. No, wait. No, that's fine. That's fine. View. All right. So now what we're going to do is we are going to now solve this one, number 5. Okay, so it's just like before, right? What we want to do